Now, I know that you probably want to have sex with a woman fast. I know a lot of guys are interested in that, and they want to be taking the relationship or the dating relationship to that level fast, right? Men are interested in that, but I'm here to tell you why this is a necessity and that you have to do it. I don't think it's something that is just, good to do because you want to do it, but it actually is something that requires you to do to be able to hold a relationship, get out of the friend zone, and actually take that relationship to the next level. So what you're going to be learning on today's video is the importance of this so that you don't get friend zoned, and so you are moving the interaction to a place that you desire it to go, right? But also because it gets a woman more invested in you. Here's where I get caught up and even a little frustrated. I've been talking to a lot of coaching clients lately. By the way, if you're interested in coaching, there's a link down below. We can work together. But I've been talking to a lot of guys lately, and they seem to be all caught up in this idea that if they try to have sex on the first date or even the second or third date, that the woman is going to be thinking that he's only interested in sex. I'm actually working with a client right now who said that to me. And he is dating this girl, and they've already had sex. I think they had sex on a first or second date, and now they've been on a third or fourth date. And he said to me, well, if I try to have sex again, she's going to think that's all I'm interested in. I said, that's interesting. Are you going over to her house and the first thing you guys do is make out and have sex and then you leave? And he said, no. I said, yeah, that doesn't really happen normally, does it? Right? Most of the time, that's not the case. And he's like, right. I said, okay, so what are you doing on these dates? What is happening? What are you doing? He said, well, we're talking for a while. What else? Well, we're chatting and we're talking about different topics and we're having dinner. Cool. What else? Yeah, I don't know. On other dates, maybe we'll do an activity. I said, okay, so how much time are you guys spending actually having sex? And he's like, I don't know if we do. Maybe it'll be like 30 minutes, an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I go, right. So let's break this down for a second. You're spending 90% of the time not having sex. You're spending the 10%, if we can even call it that, having sex. And you think that she's going to think that it's all about sex. It's not. And she's not going to be thinking that. This is where I get into interesting discussions and arguments with people where they say, why are you so into having sex with a girl fast? Why is it all about sex? I said, when is it all about sex? Why are we thinking that that's the first thing and the only thing that's ever happening? No. The reason why I talk about that, and I'm telling you to do this, is because we know what's happening otherwise. Otherwise, we're connecting, we're talking, we're doing activity, we're getting to know each other, we're flirting, we're seeing if we're a match, we're seeing if we're compatible. That stuff is so default. We know that that stuff is happening. Of course, I talk about that too, but we know that that's happening, and most of the time the sex is not happening, and that's not happening because men are too scared. They're too scared of rejection. They're too scared of being judged for trying to have it. They think they're going to scare a woman away by trying to have it, thinking that women don't want to have it. Women do want to have it. They want to have sex with you. They're just scared to do it fast with you because they don't want to be judged. They don't want to be slut shamed. And of course, emotionally and mentally, it's a tough thing for a woman to just have sex fast because she has more repercussions. She can get pregnant, right? So it's harder for a woman to want to do it faster than a man does. But let me explain to you that that is okay. It's okay to have sex fast. It's okay to want that. And if anything, it helps because it's going to have a girl be more connected to you, be more invested in you, right? So that's going to happen. That's why I say be careful. For guys who are just looking for casual relationships, just understand that sex is a pretty big deal when you're having it with a woman because she becomes emotionally attached to you. Oxytocin is released from the brain when you have sex. By the way, it happens to you too. You will get more connected to her. So it's not as easy to just have sex with someone and then move on to someone else, or it's maybe not easy for them to. I'm not saying you shouldn't have casual sex, but just know that a woman most likely will get more attached to you, and it could come with a little bit of drama. So be careful here. It's a powerful thing. But if you're definitely looking for a relationship, you're looking for something more serious, then yeah, have it fast. Now, it goes without saying, and you're going to ask for consent. You're not going to do it if she doesn't want to, right? So we're only going to do it if she is interested and you are interested, and it's both mutual consent. But how are you going to know if you don't get consent? You have to try, and it's okay to try on a first date, on a second date, or on a third date. It's totally okay. She might want it. The thing is women are not going to try because it's mostly the man's job, because he's the one who's leading the relationship, right? Most of the time, the woman is waiting for that. And also, she's waiting for that because she doesn't want to be perceived as a slut or easy. So she does wait for that guy to make the move. So you're not going to get many signs. The only sign I would say is if she's on the date and she's having a good time with you, that's pretty much it. And then after that, you can ask for consent and then you can make it happen. Believe it or not, I do hear complaints from women who say he didn't make a move. I would have actually hooked up with him or had sex with him. I would have done those things if he made a move, but he didn't make a move. And then they start to become self-conscious, like, is there something wrong with me? Did I do something? And I have to tell them, like, well, either maybe he's not interested in you, but if he keeps on going on dates with you, he must be interested in you. So he's probably just scared of rejection, or he's unaware of how attraction works, so he's thinking that you're not interested, even though you're saying yes to dates. So that's something that I have to tell women. And yes, that is a complaint on a woman's part. Here's another thing we should talk about. Let's talk about the matching process when it comes to having sex at a certain rate. Some women are just not going to be interested in having it fast. Some are going to want it very slow, meaning they're not going to want to have sex with you until a 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th date or even more. And I'm even excluding anyone who's super religious. I'm just talking about women who won't do that. So if you enter a dating relationship with a woman who's not interested in that, but you are interested in that, I would think about you potentially pursuing other women here, okay? The reason why I say this is because if she's not interested in that and you're interested in that, well, I don't see a real match here. Plus, we're talking about relationships, not friendships. You date a woman to be in a relationship. What's the difference between you and a girl in a relationship versus you and a buddy or another girl that you're friends with? It's sex, right? So if you're interested in having a sexual relationship with a woman, don't feel shameful about that. That's totally okay. And a woman is not interested in that and she wants to go very slow, you don't have to be desperate and you don't have to continue dating her. If you are ready at a reasonable rate, I would say anywhere between, 3 to 5 dates to at least do something sexual, I think that's reasonable. And if you feel that it's getting too late where it's like, all right, this isn't happening and we've hung out so many times, don't feel guilty about moving on to someone else who's going to be interested in that. Because you're looking for a relationship and a sexual relationship at that. And like I said, that's what makes a difference between that. You're not looking for a friend. That's totally okay. So if you guys are not going at the same pace and it's a reasonable pace, then I would say you can move on and you can be with other women. Hit that like button if this helped you. If you feel like this is resonating with you, if you're feeling like, wow, this is some intense and awesome stuff, but it's helping, hit that like button. I hope this helps. Also, a lot more videos coming out on deeper topics. So hit the subscribe button so you can get notified of more coming your way.